Good morning, Central. Welcome. I'm glad that you're here with me this morning and with each other Saturday morning. And just take a moment, if you would, check in, say hi to one another, tap something in on the comments. I want to remind you today that there are some things that go together very well. One thing that goes together very well is if you really care about the seniors of Central Christian Church, don't forget today it's starting at 1 p.m. There is a way to celebrate their accomplishments in graduation by coming to the drive-through graduation party at the church parking lot. That starts today at 1 and runs till 3. You stay in your car, say hi to all the graduates as you go by. Other things that go together come to mind. Remember the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup commercial some years back? Two great tastes that taste great together. Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. I have to agree. Chocolate and peanut butter do go together very well. I am today celebrating 34 years with the love of my life. And I want to say, Carrie and I go well together. People start to know us as Sherm and Carrie. That's just how it fits. We've been Sherm and Carrie for 34 years today, and it's hard for me to remember or even imagine anything else. And so, happy anniversary, honey. I'm glad we're together, and I think we're two things that go well together. There are two commands for how we are to love one another in the Lord's church that I think go right along with each other. They just fit together. In fact, I think they kind of depend on each other, and you'll see what I mean. They appear with each other in two of Paul's letters. First in Ephesians chapter 4, verse 32, Paul says there, be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as in Christ God forgave you. The second is very much like that first verse. It's in Colossians chapter 3. It's verse 12, and Paul says there, therefore, as God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved, clothe yourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. The commands here that I'd like us to focus on just for a moment this morning are the commands to be compassionate and have kindness. Now, this word compassion is a lot of fun in the original. I have talked about it from the pulpit once or twice. It is the Greek word splanknos. It's the word for our inner parts, the noble viscera, our gut feeling. You know, when you get some bad news and you get that sick feeling in your stomach, or when you encounter some person who's suffering something fierce and you just feel horrible for that person way down deep so that you get a lump in your throat and you feel it all the way down. That's your splanchna. That's the depth of feeling for someone else's need that just rises up inside of you. Tenderheartedness. It's the emotion of the Good Samaritan. It is the depth of feeling of the Father that he has for the prodigal son. Most important, it's the depth of love that Jesus has for us. All of those described with this word. The most important is Jesus' love. Now that's pretty deep, but let me point out that depth of feeling alone isn't enough. It's alone. We can have deep, honest feelings of concern for someone else's well-being, but if you stop there, it hasn't been fulfilled. So let's go on to compassion in its active form, and that's this other word, kindness. This word gets lost in translation too. If we only think of kindness as being nice to people, then we miss out on its power. We miss out on the way that it pairs up with compassion. Kindness has to do with being useful, with being upright, good working, productive. Like when Jesus said, my yoke is kind. It's made for work. I notice that this word is often used of God and how God is actively doing something. God's kindness. So put a word like that, kindness, together with deep-seated love and concern for someone, and what do you get? What you get is a great combination. Be kind and compassionate. Clothe yourselves with compassion and kindness. Just imagine what we would do if we allowed ourselves to be motivated into productive action by deep gut level concern for others. See what I mean for how they depend on each other? Sometimes head level only approaches to relationships just isn't enough. Sometimes we need that deep inner drive welling up inside of us, the kind of drive that a man feels when he watches his boy hit a home run or when his daughter walks down the aisle to be married. Those emotions push us ahead so that we do more, much more than just being pre programmed robots. Those emotions are what push us through when relationships get demanding and difficult. On the other hand, just emotions aren't enough, are they? You can watch all of the sad dog commercials, all of the bad news of the day, find all of the horrible headlines that you can find, and you can feel terrible about them, but until you're kind, until you are good working, there is no working. Our deep feelings need follow through. So today, in regards to one another, when you hear of someone else's need, if you hear of a need, don't slough it off. Let it reach you. Let it get inside of you deep. And then let it move you to do something. I want to suggest you start by praying. Ask the Lord to help you know what to do. Look at the resources He's given to you to see what you can do, and then follow through. Be kind. This is how God has dealt with us. This is how He tells us to deal with each other. Now, I need to go be kind to my wife. Let's pray. Father, thank you for making us the way that you have. Your word tells us that we are created in your image, and it is very much being like you to have compassion and kindness, being inside of us to motivate us in the way that we treat each other. So, Father, I pray today you'll help us to have that deep-seated, gut-level feeling of care and concern for the needs of others around us. There certainly are many. And Lord, I pray that we won't stop there, that we won't feel exhausted because of that, but that we'll feel pushed ahead, that we will be moved to action, that kindness, that emotion put into action will emit from our lives. Help us to see how we can do that today, Father. I thank you that you have given us that command and that you have given us what we need to carry it through. These things we pray in Jesus' name. Amen. Find somebody to be kind to today. Share this post. That would be a kind thing to do. Share this post with someone who needs to hear it. Better yet, find someone who needs you to share an act of kindness with them today. Tomorrow is going to be Sunday, so at 9:30, Lord willing, online, we'll be worshiping together with Central Online. Till then, God bless you. Have a great day.